All right, we've come to my favorite, the semicolon. Now, semicolon has a lot of functions in English, and the most important, the primary function of a semicolon is to connect two sentences which are related in some way, or to connect two ideas. Now, when we talk about semicolons, we're talking about, okay, let's say we have two pieces of information, and these two pieces of information are related in some way. Okay, let me draw a proper illustration to help you. Now, these are two pieces of information. Now, when someone makes this statement, Obi is happy, he won an award. These are two different statements. But when we employ a semicolon, we bring the two pieces of information together and we see the relationship that exists between them. By using a semicolon, Obi is happy, semicolon, he won an award. Why is Obi very happy? Why is Obi happy today? Why is Obi happy here? Because he won an award. Let me help you with a different one. Now here, how many pieces of information do we have here? We have two pieces of information. We have all ideas. We have the first one, I teach English in my school. I teach English in my school is an idea, is a piece of information. The institution pays me is a second piece of information or a second idea. But they are related. How are they related? I teach English in my school can be different. The institution pays me can be different, but when we use a semicolon, it means they are related. It means the institution pays me because I teach English. So we've seen the function of a semicolon. It has brought the first piece of information and the second piece of information together because they are related. But when you use a full stop here, it could separate the two ideas. It could mean that I teach English in my school, different. The institution pays me. So one could wonder, which institution are you talking about? But when you employ a semicolon, it means information one, info 2, and info 1 are related. So we've seen the function of a semicolon here. It bridges information 1 and information 2. It shows the relationship between the first idea and the second idea. That's the function of a semicolon. All right, now this is the final function of a semicolon. When we have a very long list, and it will be very, very incomprehensible and very difficult to, or very awkward. We have a many very great number of commas. So the best thing to do is to employ a semicolon to make it quite comprehensible to the reader. Now here we have, there are 4 teachers I admire. There are 4 teachers I admire. Now remember what I told you about the colon. We use it for introduction, to introduce things, or to introduce an explanation, and this is the explanation I want to offer right now. So this is the colon. Mr. Israel Onyekwelu, who teaches advanced mathematics. Remember what I told you, there are 4 teachers I admire. These are the teachers. Mr. Israel Onyekwelu, who teaches advanced mathematics. Now this is the first piece of information. He's one of the teachers I admire. 1, semicolon. If I use a comma here, there'll be a problem because we have Mrs. Agena, comma again, who teaches advanced mathematics, and then you remove the semicolon, you have a comma. There'll be a lot of problems. Mr. Israel Onyekwelu, who teaches advanced mathematics, semicolon. Mrs. Agena Chinelo, who also teaches advanced mathematics, semicolon. First one I admire, semicolon. Second one, semicolon. Miss Olivia Promise, who teaches French, semicolon. And Miss Amaka Honor, who teaches everything. So we use, you see how we've used the semicolon to um, introduce names of people or to introduce anything when the list is quite long. When you use a comma is usually for something that is very small. But when you use a semicolon, it means the list is quite long, and you want to achieve clarity. So you use a semicolon to, you know, separate the names of the people you admire or anything. It depends on the information you want to pass across.